and no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Works the middle. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Send the tight end in motion. From the gun, the running back has it. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about, you know, being physical up front. But if this unit does get that physicality and get that ground game and a good offensive line, I think that's when you see the best of the Clemson Tigers.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking downfield, it's Flowers. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Finding an escape route. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To the air, it's Morse. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. And the Bruins moving quickly to the line. And that Clemson defensive front getting their paws on dudes and making their presence felt.
And, Reese, that's how they built their dynasty. I mean, I know the offense was flash and sizzle and was really good, but, man, it's the Dexter Lawrence and the Christian Wilkins in the defensive front. Those big boys that could get after the quarterback, that played relentless, those guys really set the tone and set the foundation for Clemson and big-time success.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Well, in a situation like that where it's 3rd and long, there's not a lot of plays to get that thing completed and keep the drive moving. So you're just trying to buy yourself some real estate and help your punter out.
He gets it away from his own end zone. He takes it at the 45. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Flowers. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Chubb. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. The Tigers have moved it inside the 20. Give to the running back. That's a fumble on the play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming. You really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll go to the ground. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
A strike downfield. Breaks into the open. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Morse. A shot toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end.
A shot toward the end zone. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Finds the tight end. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
To the air, it's Flowers. Here comes Elijah, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Back open in the middle. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Dumps it to the back. It's caught. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. To the air on 1st down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Trying to take it back. The 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Bruin. This defense making a big play, putting it in the end zone. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Bruins will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Dropping back, it's Flowers. Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got a man. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run. And then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. You used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Out of the shotgun on third down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And that's disappointing for this offense. I mean, you talked about it at halftime. Like, we got to come out, start fast. We're trailing. Got to put some drives together, some possessions, and they come out on the first drive and kind of flounder around. This defense is going to have to step up.
They boot it away. Looks as if this one will be marked down around the 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Back to throw, it's Morse. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there. And he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
The Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to get it through the air. Has to throw this off his back foot. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? On 4th down, looking for the completion. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Wants to throw. It's Flowers. Good timing on the quick out. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, the big top 15 battle is underway, and it's been very interesting so far. Ohio State is in front. They've led for most of the game. However, Brutus isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Georgia. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To throw, it's Morse. This one's complete. Continues to powers through a man. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. From the gun, running back on the move. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, second and 7. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
The short hands, it's Finley. And he is marked out of bounds after another big game. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break.
And into the end zone. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And on that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
After getting knocked back, it's second and goal from the 4. Moves. On the option. Now the toss. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. And the Bruins headed quickly to the line. Wants to throw for it on third and goal. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
So they've got the lead. They can make it a 2-score game with a chip shot field goal, but instead, the offense is out there on fourth down. Dropping back, it's Morse. Touchdown, UCLA! Fitted in the window for the score.
And that kind of toughness is something you can't coach in quarterbacks. You either have it or you don't. Being able to deliver strikes like that for touchdowns when you know you are going to get absolutely popped, man, it is hard to find QBs like that. This offense has one.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. They marched 78 yards down the field, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. This guy has the look of the next big play receiver at Clemson in the vein of T. Higgins or Mike Williams.
Or DeAndre Hopkins or Sammy Watkins. I mean, the list is pretty lengthy of guys that are big, explosive, fast, and they can really win on the outside. And Clemson, as much as anybody, they're going to catch the ball, spin it to those guys, let them go make plays.
One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking downfield, it's Flowers. Working that left side now. Just sledgehammering his way down to the 33.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks. Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got a man, it's Lane. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Sends it back in motion. Gonna look downfield again. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Looking to throw, it's Flowers. Throws to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits it right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Tigers!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the returner will be brought down.
Well, that is a very disappointing kickoff return. They've got to do a better job up front blocking these guys running down the field. There was just nowhere for that return man to go.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw, it's Morse. Pressure coming. Lost one deep down the right side. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
Well, I always say this, when you're backed up on offense, those are some of the best opportunities to take deep shots. In all likelihood, the defense is expecting run. You're going to try and buy yourself a little bit of real estate, so they're playing press man coverage, and that's when you want to take advantage of that coverage. But the defense doing a really good job on the back end that time, being in position, forcing the incomplete.
Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
And watching this offense the past couple weeks, man, everything's hard. And they got to find a way to get some easier routes, some quicker throws, some higher percentage things, because they're just not hitting at a high clip, and they got to find a way to make things easier and alleviate some pressure off their quarterback.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Hauls it in. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. The Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field.
Number 10 in punt formation to kick it away.
On his way from around the 50. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, no question. They've got to score a touchdown and get the two-point conversion here, but that's a good start to this 2-minute drive. You always want to get it going. You want to get that momentum going, put the defense on their heels. They accomplished that with the last throw.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass, it's Flowers. Oh, they're after him! And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
It's at this point of the game where you've got to have great pass protection if you're going to come back and win. You're only down one possession here. You need to give this guy time. They just weren't able to do it on that last one. That's why it's incomplete.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking to throw for it. Grab near the marker. It's Lane. He'll step out of bounds right at the 27.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Quarterback on the keeper. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
And that's exactly what the defense wants you to do. Go east-west, and the quarterback gets strung out, doesn't pull the trigger and really make a decision. We'd like to see him stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, get more of a plus yardage on this play. Nice job by the defense.
To the air on 2nd down. They're working that left side. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Guys, this offense has a couple of jobs. The first one, get the touchdown, then they'll need the 2 to tie here in the 4th. They want to run this quarterback. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson!
Man, I tell you what, great job by this offense. Great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your two-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the 4th quarter when you need the two-point conversion?
They got the touchdown, but still a 2-point conversion short of tying it up late. Back to throw, it's Flowers. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Makes a grab down the middle. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Morse. Fires to the big fella. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Under fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And I'm going to be really curious to watch this offense and see how much faith and trust they have in themselves and the weather, right? Like, it's passing situation. It's a 2-minute situation. You practice spreading this ball all over the field. Can you do that? Because this is not ideal weather, and you can't make a mistake here.
Scanning the field, it's Flowers. Fires to the big fella. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
Hey, listen, it's hard for an offense. When you're trailing late in the game, you've got to throw to get back in. The defense already knows it anyway. On top of that, you've got this weather that you have to deal with. These conditions are not conducive to playing pitch and catch. This is a big uphill battle for this offense.
So now it's 2nd and long. To throw again. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. And I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Flowers. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
And I love the personnel group that the defense is in right now. With the lead late in a 2-minute situation, you're seeing extra DBs on the field. You know the offense is going to try and throw the football. So faster guys, good job that time getting to the ball, knocking it away, forcing the incompletion. You stay in this personnel grouping if you're on defense.
He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Back to pass on second down. Got a man. It's Lane. And he's wrestled to the ground. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where's the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down, they're ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. He takes a knee, and it took longer than they had hoped, but they finally get their first victory of the season.
It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless of whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.